The Rise of Skywalker. I don't know where to start. They didn't have a plan. It shows. It really shows. The whole bullshit about Disney having a plan, a roadmap for this entire trilogy. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. It shows. I mean, if you look at episode 7, episode 8, episode 9, there's no fluidity there. It's not. It's very jumbled. This trilogy almost needs one more movie. Maybe that's why Kathleen said what she said, because maybe they're secretly planning another fucking movie. I don't know. I guess let's just get into the review and what I thought about it. I enjoyed it. I did. It was a good movie. It's not a terrible movie. I know a lot of my issues are lore-based, so I'm trying to be careful about what I bitch about, because I don't want to come after it like people came after The Last Jedi. That was obnoxious, and a lot of those complaints weren't even really warranted, because the whole Leia thing, it's in... they talk about that in this bad boy. They talk about Luke's power in this bad boy. They talk about a few things from The Last Jedi he clearly got from here. So all you guys coming after him need to get off Rian Johnson's dick. And I don't even like the casino scene. I thought it was fucking useless. So, that's all I'm going to say about episode 8. We're here for episode 9. I will put up a Last Jedi review later. Not now, but I will. I definitely think you need to go see it. It needs to be seen. Maybe more than once. I'm going to be going again because I really want to nail down how I feel about it. Because there's parts of me that love the movie. There's parts of it that just, visually it's just stunning. It is stunningly good. But then there's some stuff that's really like, huh? And it's not even the new Force powers, actually. That I didn't mind, actually. I thought it was fucking great. I loved it. I liked the healing, even though that's not really a new Force power. Again, talked about in both of these books, as well as the fucking comic. So, and the Old Republic particularly. So, guys, come on. If you haven't read the old EU or any of the new EU, don't make comments about the lore. You just look dumb. And you don't want to get trolled by Rian Johnson, because he's already trolled a bunch of people by that. So, but this is a spoiler review, saying that now. I'm even going to write in the title spoilers, because I'm talking about the entire overall arcing story here. I'm going to set my phone down first so we can get this in a more, straight up position. This is my first review, so bear with me, people. As you can see, big Star Wars guy. Oh yeah, and most of those comics, like 3 of those boxes, are Star Wars comics. So, I've literally read almost everything on the EU that I could get my fucking hands on or afford. I got all this wonderful stuff. And that's not even all of it. I gotta watch the F-bombs before YouTube keeps monetizing me. But yeah, that's some of it. It's not all of it, of course. But I had more. But when you have an ex-wife who likes to light shit on fire, it happens. Anyways, back to the review. I liked Rey in this movie a lot. I did. I didn't like Kylo in this movie at all. I was hoping for another Vader type bad guy, and they turned him into a bitch. That's just what they did to Kylo. I'm not a fan of what they did with Kylo at all in this movie. I understand that it's been an overall theme since the first movie. He's been torn, he killed his dad. I get it. He never had the Sith eyes. So I never really considered him completely fallen to the dark side. He hadn't. Yeah, I know he'd done dark side things and evil things, but he hadn't really fallen like Anakin did. Especially because the act, like of killing his dad tore him apart. I mean, of course, killing the kids tore Anakin apart. You could see that on Mustafar, but he quickly buried that. Kylo didn't, clearly. And I know Jocin Solo in the old EU had the same struggle with his daughter and his Tenaka. So, I mean, I get that that's where they're probably pulling from, but I didn't like it. I didn't. Maybe I would have liked it more had they not fucking killed him like they did Luke. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, are you fucking kidding me? It's just stupid. You spend 3 fucking movies building up this guy just to fucking get rid of him in the 3rd fucking movie? Like, what the... and then they call it The Rise of Skywalker, and you kill the fucking last Skywalker! Yeah. So there's that. Then there's... I didn't like Rey calling herself Skywalker at the end. Fucking... I know I'm jumping around here, and I apologize, but I'm just trying to think of all the things that, like, fucking really set me off. Yeah, that was stupid. You're not a Skywalker. I mean, you didn't see Anakin walking around going, I'm a Kenobi, because I got trained by Kenobi. It's just, the logic there, it's not good. Like, I get that she doesn't want to wear the Palpatine name. I get it, okay? Because Leia had to deal with the same thing with Vader. I mean, see? Protect the Republic, liar, vote, I get it. But it wasn't good. And it was cringy. I didn't like it. I didn't. I loved that she was a Palpatine, though. Loved that. Love it. And when he called her Empress Palpatine, I literally nutted in my fucking pants. Because I'm like, are they going to do it? Are they actually going to fucking turn her? No, they fucking didn't. They went with the cheap fucking Disney bullshit route. And, yeah. She did, the whole Dark Rey thing was a fucking tease and the misdirection. It's exactly what it was. And it was like what Luke went through in episode 5. So, I mean, I didn't need to see that again. Like, especially with a double-bladed, badass fucking snap-open lightsaber. Why the fuck did you put all that shit in there if it's just a goddamn vision? It was overkill for a vision. Over fucking kill when you could have directed that at something else. This movie also felt like it should have been episode 8, not episode 9. There's just so many. There's like 3 or 4 digs at Last Jedi in there, and I liked it. I was glad he fucking took the digs because they were my problems with The Last Jedi. They were. And Rian Johnson can get all fucking butthurt about Luke all he wants, but that was... Actually, I didn't mind Luke's arc, and I loved how Luke was used in the film. The Force Ghost thing was great. I wished I would have seen a little bit more of it, but I was happy with it. I wasn't happy with all the Jedi speaking to Rey, and then we don't see anything. No Force Ghost, no. I mean, granted, it's in the Sith Temple and the Sith Homeworld, so okay, maybe that's why not. But, man, fuck. It would have been so much more impactful, and it would have meant more to people if Anakin's spirit would have showed up, or something to just bridge Anakin in this trilogy, other than briefly mention as Vader and just... Anakin's one of my favorite characters, and they fucking glossed over him in this movie, it feels like. I really don't like that. I thought Rise of Skywalker was going to center more on him and Luke and then Kylo, but it didn't. And, okay, so I'm, maybe annoyed about my expectations not being where they were, and they shouldn't have been as high. That's my own fault. I accept that. It's one of the reasons I'm going to go see it again. But at the same time, I have serious lore problems. I mean, the Sith, for starters. Exegol? Really? You have this. I know it's not canon anymore, Disney, but you have this shit. Like, Why do you do that? To troll us fucking fans? Is that what you do? Is this the fucking purpose? Why couldn't it be Korriban? Why couldn't it be Zeost? Why couldn't it be Dromund Kaas? You mean the 3 fucking Sith worlds that have been established over the last 30 fucking years? Oh my god, I'm mad about what they did with the Sith in this movie. I'm really pissed. Because they also didn't do a good job of explaining the Sith at all. Like, especially because what we know about the Sith was completely undone in one fucking movie. It just was completely undone in one fucking movie. And I don't understand it. And then the Knights of Ren get fucking just poof, nothing. So it's like, it was almost better than Last Jedi when they weren't even fucking in the movie. So it felt really sloppy. It felt like Disney didn't clearly have a plan for this trilogy, and that really fucking makes me mad. And I'm tired of all these Star Wars fans who get to be directors and screenwriters that barely have read any of the EU, new and old, clearly. I know Johnson's clearly read some. Clearly he has. And I'm not saying Abrams hasn't either. But I don't think they've read as much as they let on. And I don't like fakes. I don't like fake Star Wars fans. I don't like casuals. They drive me crazy, especially when they try to comment on lore and things in the universe that make sense. Like, or just try to change an overall arc of something. Like the Sith, for instance, in this one. Exegol, it's not their fucking home world. It's not their hidden world. It's not it's some made up shit that Disney just decided to fucking do instead of pulling from the EU like they've been doing. And the old EU particularly. I mean, Christ. Like, looking at this fucking atlas right now and the contents. I mean, look at this shit. They have all these fucking places to pick from. Deathomar. I mean, Elam. Yeah, Korriban. Kuwait. Malstar. Mandalore. Mambin. Bothwani. Bothwani is not I mean, I know a few of those are not Sith worlds and stuff, but they could have used them and turned them into Sith world. Like, it just would have been better that way. I would have preferred that. Yeah, it's just fucking Dagobah. I mean, could have been Eucilia. Well, Celia's not. Yeah, I can't use Celia. But you know what I mean. Well, I guess you could use Celia because it's no longer fucking canon. So, unless they've mentioned the Chiss homeworld, and I don't know if they have. I still need to see the last season of Rebels. So, yeah, I know I'm ranting here, and I've gone off topic a few times, and I apologize, but the movie really irked me in a lot of ways. It didn't have a definitive lightsaber battle. That really kind of set me off a little bit. I mean, don't get me wrong, the one on the Death Star, it's good. It's pretty good. I do enjoy it. I definitely don't like Han Solo's appearance. Sorry, I don't. Didn't need to be there, was not necessary. I understand the act of killing him tore him in half, but he's talking to himself. He even recognizes in the conversation that he's just in his head. So, why? That's to me, that's dumb. I didn't like that. I would have preferred him having a conversation with Force Ghost Luke. That would have made more sense. It just would have. Especially if he's turning back to the light. Yeah. This movie's not worse than episode 1 and 2. So, I mean, there's that. But they really dropped the ball on a lot of things here. I mean, like I said, I know I'm nitpicking. I recognize that. You know, I'm nitpicking at the lore. And, you know, there's people who absolutely probably loved this film. And, you know what? I'm so happy that they were able to. I really am. If you're able to enjoy this movie, The Last Jedi, episode 1 or 2, as long as you're loving Star Wars, I'm happy. Maybe my expectations were just too high, I think. Because I loved Palpatine in the movie. Like, he fucking great. All his force powers. I didn't like how quickly he got defeated. Sorry, that bugged me. Or how he did. Kind of just, it's like, again? And I understand, like, why this time it blew him apart versus when Mace did it. Uh, he wasn't putting as much force energy into when he was doing Mace. He was just doing it to pull Anakin in. So, I also, the giant Sith cult that's there, like all those fucking people, who the fuck are they? Like, where the fuck did that many, like, are they the prophets of the dark side? What the fuck are they? The Sith used to be a people, a species. Is that not the case anymore? Like, I've defended Disney wiping out the EU, and I don't know why now. I'm done defending Disney. They fucking pissed me off here with the Sith. And then like him saying all the Sith live in him. Like what the fuck, huh? So it's like they're doing the same thing as the Jedi, but so does that mean like it was essence transfer, or does that mean like it just didn't make any sense? It was a line that made no fucking sense. If anything, it confused me and confused a few of the other Star Wars fans around me. They were like, huh? Like, I'm sorry, JJ, you fucked up there, dude. Like, you probably, and it's, what's annoying is people are going to defend this and they're going to just come at me or come at every Star Wars fans that's critical of this movie. Like, like people, I guess it is the same like The Last Jedi. The issue with The Last Jedi is it deliberately trolled the fan base. That's what it did. I mean, when you have Rian Johnson, the director, saying he did things just for shock value, yeah, it's hard to take you seriously. You're a troll at that point. I do agree with Johnson on his take on Luke. I was fine with that. That was never an issue for me. I get the whole. I mean, I always did think Luke was so fucking overpowered in the EU. It was ridiculous in the old EU how like insanely overpowered they made him. But at the same time, he is Anakin's son. I get it. And the whole trying to kill Ben Solo thing. Yeah, I mean, I get that argument as well, but and that's what makes this like even kind of this movie even a little bit more strange, is because yeah, it's just awkward when it comes to that relationship, I guess, and the way they wrap that up. And then now with the comic coming out, and it turns out Ren's not the one who sacked the temple. That's dumb. So that further adds to the fact that he wasn't as far gone as, I guess maybe Force Awakens or Last Jedi tried to make him appear as, especially The Last Jedi. My favorite version of Kylo Ren is in The Last Jedi. He was his best in that movie. It wasn't bad in Force Awakens, but I definitely enjoyed it more in Last Jedi. Didn't enjoy him in this movie at all. Was very massively disappointed in that regard. A lot of potential that they just didn't do it. Like I said, I think Rey should have fallen to the dark side and have Ben Solo come back to the light. Either defeat her and Palpatine, wipe out the Palpatine line, or I don't know, maybe not have Kylo or Ben Solo come back to the light and dies trying to protect the Emperor. I mean, that would have been better than what they gave us. Yeah, I'm not okay with the way the movie ended at all. I loved the golden saber. Okay, or orange. I guess it's orange. I have to see it again. I thought it was yellow. But I mean, it's the first time I've ever seen yellow or orange one on the screen either way. So I really don't care. And I loved it. But no way, we're not going to get to see it in action. That annoys me. Like, why couldn't they do that at the end of the movie? Or beginning of the movie? Like, have her... Oh, that's the other thing. How the fuck does she have Anakin's lightsaber again? The thing got broken fucking half. And they don't even explain that. At all. And then they keep calling it fucking Luke's lightsaber. Luke's was green. Like... It just... And then, okay, I didn't mind Snoke being a clone. But why were the clones, like, already in the deteriorated, fucked up state? That didn't make any sense. They should have been a little bit more newer, I guess. And then maybe once he's possessed, the possession takes place. Then, the degrading because of the dark side. But to already be degraded in the tank before Sidious is possessed, it doesn't make any fucking sense. It doesn't. They also don't explain how fucking Sidious's body survived. At all. Like, not a problem with him surviving. Okay, he clearly had clones. He cloned Snoke. I mean, so that's clearly what that is. And I'm fine with that, because that's what that was the oldie. That's what he did in the older EU. He essence transferred into clones. But do they mention that here? Nope. Not at all. Like I said, a few lines of dialogue could have saved this fucking movie. The whole thing would have saved a lot of it. For me, anyways. But I don't know. I need to see it again. I'm just disappointed, I guess. There's a lot of things I wouldn't, and I guess that's what boils down to every Star Wars fan. We all have our opinions, but, these are mine. And I love Star Wars. I've loved it more than I've loved anything my entire life. Next to my children, of course. Shouldn't even have to say that, but people are stupid. But I would say, yeah, other than my children, I can't think of anything I love more than Star Wars. I mean, like I said, got a lot. But, like I said, I did like Rise of Skywalker. It's a good Star Wars movie. I just have a lot of problems with the decisions they made. And, maybe in time I'll warm up to it more when they expand on the Sith in the new canon. Maybe I'll warm up to it. I don't know. As of right now, no. I'm not happy with what they did with the Sith. I'm not happy that they just made up a planet in the unknown regions instead of just pulling from the lore like they have been doing. I didn't like that we only saw the Sith troopers for like 3 fucking seconds. That really fucking bugged me. I mean, they could have just been in combat more. It would have been better. And then there's that. The space battle at the end. Completely lackluster. Just wasn't... It just left you wanting... It just left lacking. I don't know how else to explain it. It just didn't... It didn't do it for me. And like I said, the whole visual fighting on top of the Star Destroyer was cool, but it didn't make any sense. Why couldn't they just be in a ship and do that? I don't know. So, they didn't do a good job on that part, in my opinion. They also just... Like I said, this movie needed a few more lines of dialogue to really kind of piece certain things together. And it almost, like I said, it almost feels like you don't even need to watch The Last Jedi. I don't like that. I mean, the problems, even though I had with The Last Jedi, it's officially canon. Work with it. Oh. But, it just, man, if you can't tell, I'm very distraught about this, I guess, or just off. I can't even really make up my mind. Maybe that was their intention. I don't know. Maybe it was to create more discussion. But, I don't know. I just, especially now that in the comic they're explaining who Ren is, I really don't like that the Knights of Ren just got thrown off like they were nothing. Like, they're nothing. They're nothing. They're not shit. They're not ever going to be shit. They're not going to ever be relevant. Disney, you can go ahead and explain their past now, but there's no fucking point. It ain't going to matter. Nobody's going to care. You killed the Knights of Ren. There's nothing there. I mean, there's no intrigue. Not for me, anyways. Especially now that Ben turned back to the light. Like, why the fuck do I care about them now? They don't have a hardcore Force user. Because clearly, Ren was that Force user for them. The other ones were just sensitives. I also just... I don't know, man. There's just a lot to nitpick in this movie, I guess. And I'm at 26 minutes, so... I'm going to wrap this up. I think you all should go see it. Let me know what you think, obviously, in the comments. And we could discuss this further. Maybe I'll be doing more reviews. Hopefully not 30 fucking minutes. But this one really kind of irked me a little bit. So, anyways, that's my thoughts on Rise of the Skywalker. I didn't feel like I found myself like typing too much. So that's part of the reason this video got made, because I'd rather just throw all my thoughts into one cohesive video. And I'll probably make another one after I see it the second time, so I can really narrow down what my issues with the plot and some of the structuring of it. And some of the dialogue. Like, the random motherfucker who talks about the Sith. Like, who the fuck is this random rebel guy who knows about the Sith? Like, huh? And it's the dude from fucking Pippin from Lord of the Rings. Like, who the fuck is this guy? And how the fuck does he know anything about the Sith? Like, it just... Yeah, some of the dialogue in the beginning right there was just not... some of the stuff in the first 30 minutes really didn't do it for me. Except for, obviously, the Palpatine stuff. Like, that shit was great. I loved the statues. I loved all that, even though they don't explain anything. I mean, the movie's already 2.5 hours long, I get that. But anyways, that's my review on Rise of Skywalker. Thanks, Disney. I don't even know what to fucking say. So, hopefully, whatever trilogy comes next reinvigorates my love for Disney Star Wars movies, because right now, I'm kind of over it. So, I don't like bashing movies just to bash them, but I also don't like being trolled as a fan and treated like I'm stupid. That's what I feel like they did here. I felt like they did that in The Last Jedi too, though, so... I mean, that's why The Force Awakens to me is like the best one of the trilogy. Hands down, it's not even close. I don't even care that it's an homage, or whatever you want to fucking, however you say it. I'm an idiot. To episode 4. I mean, I enjoyed it more than episode 4. I just rewatched episode 4, and I do love it. But it's not even close to my favorite. Empire is what hooked me. And Empire's still my favorite. It's just not even close. Nothing's going to top Empire. That's very clear. But it's, like I said, it's not worse than episode 1 or 2. It's better than Solo. I don't know if I'll put it above Rogue One. I definitely don't. I would not put it above episode 3. Well, I need to see it again. See, I can't make up my mind on where I'd put it. But it's somewhere in there. I gotta really narrow it down. Like I said, once I see it one more time, then I'll do an all-encompassing of the trilogy. I'll go over all 9 movies. I already have all 8, so... And the Rogue One series. No, I might as well just show you to wrap up the video since we got a couple 30-minute seconds. But, yeah, see. Got all it there. But... I don't have Clone Wars though, but it's on Disney Plus, so fuck it. Anyways, that's my review of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. Stay tuned for more movie reviews. I may even do more if this gets enough likes and clicks and all that bullshit and views. I may do random movie reviews. I mean, I do have quite a bit. That entire shelf there is nothing but movies. So, yeah, anyways, take it easy. Remember, IWC Nation Podcast for all your wrestling needs. If you're into wrestling. If you're not into wrestling, you should be. And God damn it, Disney. Darth Talon. Fucking Disney. Anyways, have a great day, guys.